Oh, by the way, this is what the extent of the track prep that I did is. I put the numbers on the bike. I'm taking them off right now. Yeah, I put the numbers on this. It's nice to have real number plates, you know. You don't really need number plates because we were using transponders, and I taped up the tail light right there so people don't see my brake lights. So, and I unplugged the bulb too. I unplugged it, but I plugged it back in already. So I unplugged the little bulb and the big bulb. So not too hard to get it ready for the track. That's what I'm saying. There's really not much else to do. Just ride it. Fold the mirrors in. Right, but yeah, that's the track prep that we did before we got on the track. As I made these sliders, all right. I have videos on how I made them if you guys are interested. But the front has sliders, the rear axle has sliders, the foot peg has sliders. These are Tuss foot pegs, by the way. They work great with the Warp 9 foot pegs, foot peg sliders. And then I got these Acerbis X Factory grips. They look sweet, man. They're the same color as the bike. They're red and white. I like how it turned out. And then I got the same ones, the same mirrors, the folding mirrors as the the Power Mad folding handguard mirrors. So there you go. You can see me while I ride. All right. And that's all we did for the track prep. I did put tire warmers on it. We used a stand, but I only have one of these stands is a problem. And yeah, I was able to use the tire warmers. I have a set of tire warmers up there. That's big ones right there, and they fit great on this bike. So I already have tire warmers for the bike, and they do help, right? I immediately noticed that the handling was more shitty without the tire warmers, guys. Yeah, when the tires don't got heat in it, man, they don't grip. So what do you expect? All right, yeah, I think it's how much charge? Oh yeah, how much charge did it have after the end of the day? Is oh, I charged it last night, dude. It had like 20% left after. All right, so each race is about 25%. So like practice, qualifying, and then the main race. Yeah, that's about right. So ideally, probably after practice you want to charge it. Yeah, you want to keep it on a charger all day as much as possible. Like I said, I never overheated the battery all day, right? But it wasn't hot. That's another thing. The weather wasn't hot, so that could play into things also. Okay, but not once did I think the motor overheated, but we did overheat the battery after 15 laps. So if anything, when we rode it this weekend, all right, on the track, it gave me a benchmark. All right, it told me what the limits of this bike are. All right, so we can definitely do 8 laps. All right, we can do an 8-lap race. That's why the first thing I tried to do was see if I could do 8 laps on the track as fast as I could, and it survived. All right, and then I did an even longer test. I did 15 laps, and it survived all 15 laps without shutting down, for one thing. But it did hit thermal cutback. Thermal cutback around like 13 laps in. All right, and then every lap you could feel the bike getting slower and slower, and the battery was pretty hot when I got off. I could feel it, how hot the battery is getting. I wish this display told you more stuff, man. It doesn't tell you anything. All it says, oh, this light goes on when it overheats. That's it. Okay. I'd imagine if you were on a bigger track when you're on the throttle more, it's probably going to overheat more. But on a kart track, it's literally you're on the throttle for like a second or two, and then you're off the throttle. You're constantly on and off the throttle. So or like kind of, if it's a sweeper, you're kind of halfway on the throttle. It's very point and shoot is what this machine is on the kart track. Okay. On a bigger bike, I'd imagine it's going to be more sweepy, more flowy, but on this track, not so much. That's what I'd say. All right, but yeah, it could definitely hang in there. All right, so I'm pretty impressed. The battery will last one day. All right, also I didn't charge it. I didn't charge it the second day, and it was fine. And the track is longer for the second day, so it definitely hung in there. You don't really feel any power loss either when the power gets down. All right, but I'd imagine if you want the peak performance, you probably want to keep it over 50% charge. All right, so I will try my best. But I got this teeny tiny little generator here, man. This thing is working its butt off trying to charge this bike, and I'm running out of gas, man. I used up the whole jug of gas this whole weekend, and I don't normally do that, guys. Usually I have like a quarter left. I had like nothing. I had to use somebody else's generator to heat my tires for the last race, all right, and that was with and that was just trying to heat one of them, all right. But yeah, I mean, but that's combined with having to charge this battery and charge these two batteries after the first day of racing. So definitely going to the racetrack with 2 electric bikes is kind of a nightmare, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a nightmare, dude. Where before you had the gas bike for redundancy, you know, you gotta, if something happens to the electric bike, then that's it, you know. And there's just more batteries you gotta charge. This one takes forever to charge, man. This battery is almost 3 times as big as this one, man. It takes a long time to charge it. Eats up a lot of power, man. It is crazy how much power it eats up, type of thing. But that's what makes it go fast. All right, here's we go. Okay, guys. So another thing about the Light B is it kind of needs to have the spokes tightened. Okay, yeah, that one's pretty good. That's okay. That's okay. That's pretty loose right there. Yeah. I can hear the spokes creaking when I'm moving the bike around. That tells me that some of these spokes are really loose. So yeah, like that one right there. Oh, these are really loose too. So yeah, I probably didn't tighten it after the last race. I don't remember. I remember I tightened the dirt wheels, but so I guess this one, I checked the fronts. The fronts are okay, the rear isn't. So I will go tighten these spokes, and then we'll just do the basic maintenance. We'll check the primary drive, check the secondary drive, and then wash the bike. Other than that, not bad. I had one crash, and yeah, you can see here there's like dirt on the slider right there, but it was in the dirt, so you can see that probably the hand guard's all dirty. Yep. And then I got roosted on quite a bit right here. So the bike just needs a bath, clean, lube the chains, and then check the tension, and I think we're good to go again. Actually, let me check these valve stems. Probably check the brakes out too, but I think the brakes are okay. I am actually out of brake pads, so I need to go buy some more. I hate these freaking brake pads. They wear out so fast. The rear brakes look okay, so. But yeah, everything held up pretty well. Just want to say, no crashes, no major crashes. All right, here's what we got. But yeah, another thing, my boots. I think my boots are all tore up, man. I'm dragging my heel. Ooh, am I doing this on the Light B? Yes, I'm doing this on the Light. I think this is that left-hander turn or something, right? If it's on this side. No, this is around one of those turns, I'm dragging my heel too much. Dragging my foot too much, man. I don't remember. I think this might have been with this bike, the Alta. I noticed one, if I try to drag my foot, yeah, if I try to drag my foot with the Alta, I'm kind of more dragging my heels because this bike is so freaking tall, dude. So you just gotta lean it over more, bro. But yeah, you can see this boot is like not in good shape. I might have to try to add some kind of slider to that. The plastic is all gone. Okay, the other one is okay. Oh, the other one looks kind of bad too. See, so the other one is getting there. It's about halfway there. Okay. Yeah. This one is really bad right here. So you gotta not drag your feet, Merlin. You don't have to drag your feet. It's it feels good. I know it feels good, and it's fun to drag your feet, but you don't have to do it. Just keep your foot like just above the ground, all right? But yeah, I like, you know how people drag me. Well, I like to drag my feet. So At this rate, I'm gonna have to buy new boots, man, and these boots aren't cheap. These boots aren't cheap. I'm not very happy with these boots. They don't seem as durable as the Sedici boots, but they're more comfortable though. That's what I'm gonna say. I may have to go look for some new boots. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go ask some people if they have a. You can definitely tell where I'm dragging. That's just my style, guys. That's the way I ride, dude. I noticed some of the flat trackers ride like me too. What they do is they stick their foot out, but they stick it like inward, kind of like this. So, yeah, or like kind of like diagonal, sort of. So, yeah, man. I think maybe I should try dirt bike boots. We could try. Some people ride with dirt bike boots and thing, and I should just get rid of these freaking pucks, man, because I don't think I'm ever gonna drag them, man. All right. So yeah, there's another thing that I might need to buy some new boots soon, man. There's a hole in that one soon. Fortunately, it isn't to the part where like you can see my socks. You know? Okay. So yeah, I know. I just bought a new suit. Racing it's rough on your gear, man. That's all I'm gonna say. You're constantly having to get new gear. Fortunately, my helmet is still good. My helmet got roosted on pretty bad, but I just cleaned it. Yeah, and my gloves, I just got my gloves fixed. I don't have the gloves, but yeah, they're okay. Okay, yeah, so that's the gear update. Yeah, you know, I like this suit. This suit is great. I only paid $300 for it. It's lightweight, it's comfy, and looks like it would protect me pretty well in the crash. It already has been in a crash, so you can see it's all scuffed up right there. I could probably buff that out somehow. I'm sure you could, but yeah, man, it looks great in the photos, that's for sure. All right, here's me out. All right, hey, he's been here. So another thing I wanted to add to the AAR is I did this to the bike. All right, I added a piece of tape, electrical tape, to the sport mode switch. Okay, I put a piece of electrical tape here so I wouldn't accidentally put it in eco mode. See, you can't do it. See, it works pretty good. So in the last race, I somehow put it in eco mode during one of the last couple races, and I was wondering why. Hey, why is my bike so slow? It feels slower than it was before, and that was because the eco mode button was down. And also before the race, I always double check to see if it's down. But like if I tape it down, there's a good chance it's gonna stay down. All right, so I will be doing this for races from now on. You know, I never even use the eco. I do use the eco mode. I use it off road. I don't really use it for anything else, man. So I can control the power for the most part, you know. But if I need traction, then I'll put it in eco mode. Sometimes less power is better, you know. But yeah, that's a scoop. All right, so that is one of the improves from last time. I put the tape over here so I wouldn't accidentally put it in eco mode, or maybe somebody's going around to my went up to my bike and messing around with the controls. Who knows what is, you know? But I don't remember putting it in eco mode. So okay, but maybe I accidentally brushed it or something. It is kind of easy to hit, or what I could do is relocate it somewhere else. But I like it right here. I like to be able to switch modes pretty fast, and that's what this allows me to do. Okay, yeah, so that was one of the things I did to improve from last time. All right, and I think it worked, and from now on we will be doing that. All right, if I can remember. That's why, you know, when you do that's why it's good to look at the things that you've done bad, so you can improve upon it later. All right, and that was one of the improvements. All right, I never had a problem with it going into eco mode. I did feel the bike kind of get slower a little bit, but I guess maybe the battery was, you know, running low on juice or something. Okay. Here's we go.